Hi everyone, welcome on board to helper.tv, where you get the reliable news that is tailored for you, and of course where you can actually comment and interact.
You see, the children of many of those politicians have tasted blood. And when I say taste blood, they've tasted the blood of wealth. I'm not going to call it wealth like something you just acquire per se. I'm talking about loot. It is, all this loot and monies that many of these public office holders divert to themselves is tainted with blood. In fact, it is filled up with blood because there is a child out there that died because that House of Representative member, that senator, that honorable, that local government chairman, that governor, that president decided to corner to themselves. Now, these people, they end up sending their kids abroad while you are there struggling to fight for them on the street, probably as a political thug or something. Many of them invest the money in their concubines, girlfriend, wives, and of course, their children. Nigerians have reacted as former governor's daughter displayed her multi-million naira bags. Multi-million naira bags. Abisola, she is the daughter of former Oyo State Governor, Senator Abiola Ajimobi. She is one stylish diva, if I'm to use that word, stylish diva. Well, no one chooses where to be born. If you are born to a terrorist, or you come and you'll probably find yourself in Washington, D.C., and you are the child of the president there, or you find yourself to be the daughter of one of these criminals that are there. No one chooses. You just find yourself there. And there is a limit to what you can do. You cannot start, you can do what you can do. Tell your parents, this is not right. Let's do the right thing. But then, I think the temptation is just too much, as they believe that they should enjoy the stolen wealth. Abisola decided to do something, She decided to showcase some expensive, very expensive fashion, very expensive items. She's getting a lot of unpleasant reaction on her latest post of her multi-million naira designer bags. These bags are extremely expensive. Extremely expensive. And these bags are what she owns. Abisola is a victim of, am I going to say victim of circumstance? No, don't let us use that. She came from a political family where all the political leaders in the country are termed corrupt and are corrupt. So she is from that stock. She is drinking corrupt money, tainted with blood. She is sleeping in corruption, tainted with blood. Her father, Ajimobi, is not an exception to these corrupt practices. It was even alleged that he left a balance of 19,000 naira in Oyo State account when he left office. Now, a lot of people reacted to this. One person says Senator Ajimobi's daughter, Abisola, shows off her multi-million naira designer bags collection. Ajimobi looted Oyo to stupor. He left 19,000 naira balance. He withdrew 5.2 billion naira in 3 weeks before leaving office. Every time I see Deaconess Ajimobi sitting in front of a church, I is. Another person went on to say, with all the stolen money, she doesn't have class and her bed looks like a casket with bags all over it. Will God ever punish these people for looting this country? Smiling whilst a vast majority are suffering. Enjoy. Now una luck. Say nobody go fit bring una to book. Another one said the price of these bags can successfully give scholarship to 1,000 students, and I believe even more. And a lot of people went on and on and on and on. And someone asked, is she selling a Okrika bag? That is the daughter of a thief. The issue here is not only about the vanity that she's portraying. After all, there are other people out there that are involved in some other criminal activities aside politics, and they believe that flaunting whatever they have on Instagram is the way to show people that they have arrived. Maybe many of those people, sometimes in their life, they've experienced poverty and they believe that they need to do this to show to people that I made it in life. I think there are other ways of showing to the world or that you have made it in life by opening up charity and really helping people out because you have passed through that. But rather, they want to show to the world how many pairs of shoes they have. Shoes that will become extinct, go out of fashion soon. Some of them want to show the designer clothes. They are paying so much money for a designer cloth, not different from any other one. Well, you might have your own arguments about that. It's such a pity that we live in a country where corruption is now a culturally accepted norm, a way of life. A country where people can do whatever they like and they are so bold about it and they care less about what you think. We live in a country where people care less about other people's opinion as regards whatever inimical activities that they are involved in. We live in a country where the politicians care less about the cries and the sufferings of the people. We live in a country where even the people themselves, they've become oppressors of themselves. They care less about themselves. They don't mind to be oppressed. They fight any other person that is fighting against the oppressor. And yet they themselves are oppressed. Some of them, they come in the form of political talks. Some of them come in the form of that woman on the street. She calls herself the mama of the street, mama of APC, mama of PDP, or any other party. She is the one that will encourage backend women to vote for a particular person, even though the person has not done anything. All she got is some bags of food and some items to help her encourage other people to go into slavery for the next 8 years. And they continue with the same pattern over and over and over again. We live in a country where people, rather than seeing their wealth being displayed by this lady, they would rather feel like, wow, I'm waiting for my own turn. That is the problem that we have. A lot of people are typical Nigerians. We have the exceptional ones anyway, the one that have lent their voice, shouting and screaming and living it. I'm not talking about someone speaking about something and once they get the opportunity to get there, they become a thief. They become a common thief. They become a tyrant themselves. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that will speak truth to power and continually speak. But unfortunately, we do not have much of those. We have the ones that are typical Nigerians. Typical Nigerians. They are only comfortable in waiting for their own opportunity to loot. That is if they will ever get there. They are not thinking about the common good of everybody. They are not thinking that it is a normal thing for everyone to have access to loan, access to good life, access to mortgage, access to electricity, access to water, access to just basic amenities. Rather, they are focused on how they will also get in there and still loot and get this vanity that this lady is displaying right there. Some of them are even hoping that one day they will be able to steal and probably go hide the money abroad. Yet, they do not mind that these countries where they go to hide the money, who are also partners in crime, will later look at them and say very corrupt or fantastically corrupt people or country, even though they are part of it. They do not care about this. We should get back. It is better we begin to sensitize ourselves. It's better we begin to wake up and see the right thing that we should start doing. We should start thinking properly. Thinking properly. Many people out there, they've been desensitized. They are less sensitive to anything happening around them. They have accepted everything. I understand that many of these politicians have used poverty, hunger as a weapon to oppress them. So when a bag of rice is shared, one indomie and onions is given to them, they put their lives on the line and vote. Rather than standing firm and say, my stomach will not control me. Enough is enough. I want to eat and enjoy my life. You are not coming in there. We are going to fight you to finish. We do not want this. It is the people that can decide a change, that can decide and make a change in their country. You don't talk about leaders making a change, because if you allow him or her, she or he will continue to do and oppress you. It's terrible. I don't know what you guys think about this lady, how she's flaunting all the things that her parents have stolen, the ones that she has gotten. Even this present administration, you saw what happened to the president's son. He nearly died, cracked his skull because he bought 2 automobiles, 2 power bikes, gave one to his friend, and he kept one for himself. And this automobile, they said this automobile cost a lot of money. And he bought it. How did he get the money? Has he ever worked for a day? No. This is what we are saying. Many of their children are abroad there. Maybe you live abroad and you must have met one of them. They live in in the most expensive area, parts of Europe or America or Canada or wherever they live. They enjoy basically much more than even the citizens of these countries, while you are there calling yourself a Nigerian and saying, forget, I'm waiting for my own turn. You will never get your own turn, and you will put your children much more in bondage.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.